Well, good evening. I'm meteorologist Austin Evans with a weather impact alert update regarding the stuff that's happening right now outside. We're going to dive in actually and get started with a look at live radar, where we are seeing again some snow falling in Kentuckiana. Let's dive into what we are seeing right now, and you can see the heaviest band of snow now in northern Nelson County, just to the north of Bardstown right now, and we are starting to see it move out of southern Indiana at this time. So we're still tracking that snow moving through. It has coated a decent amount of the roadways. Let's take a look at one of our cameras. This is our Midway University camera overlooking the Hurstbourne, part of our Shriners Children's Hospital camera network, where the visibility is still pretty low due to that snow that is falling. So we're keeping an eye on that moving through. Still not expecting much more than an inch, if we even get an inch of accumulation, though in portions of southern Indiana that has happened with this snowfall that's moved through. Let's move back to radar and show you what is going on, and again, that is what is going on now. We are under a winter weather advisory. All the counties in purple under a winter weather advisory until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning due to this snowfall that is moving through. It should be done well before 7 a.m., the snowfall. And then, of course, the cold weather advisory in place until 10 a.m. Monday. That is due to the dangerous cold that's going to be moving in to Kentuckiana tonight. Is in fact doing that right now, and that is the main story that we are going to discuss today, this evening, Saturday night, all of Sunday, and even into Monday morning. Dangerously cold conditions are expected. This is the type of cold that we don't usually get here in Kentuckiana. It happens maybe once a year, once every 2 years. It's not very common, but it usually happens once a year, and it did happen back in January. We got very, very cold at one point then, and we're doing it again to finish off 2025. You might want to drip your faucets, the cold side of your faucet, if those faucets are on exterior walls, much like mine is. My kitchen faucet's on an exterior wall. Also, open the cabinets under those sinks. That will help as well. Check on family members, especially the elderly, or anyone with that's immunocompromised. They're the most vulnerable in this type of condition. Let's take a look at temperatures right now. Already 18 in Madison, Indiana, Scottsburg as well, 22 in Palmyra, Paoli at 18, along with Jasper, Bedford at 19. It's 24 in Louisville. It was 29, I'd say, about an hour ago. So it's falling pretty quickly. Feels like 11 in Louisville. Feels like 6 degrees in Seymour, and it just dropped, I believe, from 12 to 8 in Bedford, Indiana for feels like temperatures. And this is really going to be what gets you if you have to go outside. This is how things can get dangerous. And of course, we're seeing feels like temperatures actually outpace Futurecast at this point. So you can see here, this is temperatures and feels like temperatures, and we will be at or below zero in southern Indiana very quickly, probably within the next couple of hours. In fact, I'm going to restart this graphic and start it back from the beginning, just so I can see what this data is starting with. And it's fairly accurate, actually, though Bedford is not quite to 3 yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw these feels like temperatures drop to at or below zero by 10 o'clock, if not by midnight. So again, dangerously cold conditions. That's going to set in across the entirety of Kentuckiana. That's why that cold weather advisory has been issued, and it's not really going to improve tomorrow. We are looking at measured highs in the teens, but with the wind chill, it's never going to get out of the single digits. So very, very, very cold conditions. Again, dangerously cold. It's why we're under a weather impact alert period all day on Sunday. So that is what we are looking at for Sunday. The good news is that it's not going to last. It's going to be very, very, very cold Monday morning, and we're going to struggle to get out of get up above freezing on Monday. But by Tuesday, we should begin to thaw out, and then Wednesday will be up near normal temperatures for this time of year. And then come Thursday, it looks like the mid-50s might be on the way. Here's a live look from our Bachman Auto Group downtown camera. Again, part of our Charlotte Children's Hospital camera network. I'm going to take this full. Wrong button. I'm going to take this one full, and we're seeing that the roads, at least from this point of view, are looking okay. The bulk of the snow has passed over the Louisville metro area at this point, but still, we do have some flakes flying out there, and it does look like the roadways there are okay. But here is a look at the traffic tracker, and things are slow almost universally, but they are the slowest where the snow is falling the heaviest near Frankfort, coming out of Lexington and into Newcastle. And that the eastern portion of the metro area, the slowest. So I urge you to not go anywhere tonight, or if you can swing it, I wouldn't go anywhere tomorrow either. The roads are likely going to be okay, but you might run into some slick spots, especially bridges and overpasses. At these temperatures, it's very, very easy for those to develop. So again, I urge significant caution tonight. If you have to go anywhere, I doubt that there's much. There's not, for most of us, not a whole lot of good reason to get out in this. So again, going back to Max HD radar, where the snow is still moving through Kentuckiana, we were expecting a portion of this to clip the greater Kentuckiana area. It is diving a little farther south than a lot of the data suggested it would, but we're still going to continue to monitor this. And again, if you absolutely have to travel anywhere, I urge significant caution. The snow is why we're under a winter weather advisory until 7 o'clock Eastern tomorrow morning. And then the main story still, outside of this snow is not going to amount to much, probably around an inch of additional accumulation, though most of the snow from yesterday is completely gone. The main story is the cold, the dangerous cold that's going to be setting in tonight, all day tomorrow, and into Monday morning. And that's why a cold weather advisory has been issued for the entirety of Kentucky, and every single one of our counties under a cold weather advisory until Monday at 10 o'clock Eastern time, Monday morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, I should say. Again, check on your family, especially the elderly. They are most vulnerable to these conditions. Drip your faucets, and just in general, make good decisions regarding this. If you have to go anywhere, and I urge you to stay home tomorrow if you can, it's Sunday, just stay home and relax. There's no reason to get out. For most of us, no reason to get out on Sunday because it's just not going to be worth getting out in those temperatures. And if you do have to, and of course I will have to, tomorrow afternoon I'll be coming in, of course. So if you do have to, take it easy, take care of yourself, give your vehicle a good minute or two before you take off. That'll get all the fluids moving through the engine, through the transmission, through all the components. It'll get all those fluids worked up back into the system. It'll start to warm it up. You don't have to let it sit for 15 minutes. That's not a thing that you really need to do, especially with modern cars. Older carbureted cars, back in the day, maybe, but not necessarily with modern cars. Give your vehicle about a minute or two before you take off, though I would warm it up to where the cabin was warm, but that's just me. Here's current temperatures again. Still the main story being the temperatures outside of the snow that's still falling. dangerously cold conditions. In fact, we've lost Bedford. I'm not for sure what happened with Bedford's temperature, but it's gone. We're at 18 degrees in portions of southern Indiana. LaGrange, Kentucky, sitting at 19 degrees, 24 degrees here in Louisville. It's dropping quickly. And of course, we're down to 6 degrees for feels like temperature in Seymour, 5 degrees in Jasper. This is also dropping pretty quickly. Feels like 11 here in Louisville, 7 in LaGrange. So it's getting ugly, ugly cold out there. And I know I've broadcast how much I love the cold. But this, love has its limits usually, and this is pushing those limits. I haven't seen cold like this since I lived in Illinois, and that was nearly 4 years ago at this point. So we are going to see these feels like temperatures easily drop below zero, if not 10 or more degrees below zero tonight. So that's why we're urging significant caution. That's why we're under a weather impact alert period tonight and all day tomorrow. So tomorrow, temperature's not going to really improve all that much. We're looking at highs in the mid-teens tomorrow. So feels like temperatures barely going to ever get out of the single digits. And then briefly looking ahead to Monday morning, it's going to be a very, very, very cold start to your work week. But the good news is Monday we at least get up to near freezing, maybe a few degrees above. That's the good news for Monday. We'll start thawing out by Tuesday of next week with highs in the 40s. Again, here's a live look at our downtown Bachman Auto Group camera. And this is on top of the Galt House Hotel overlooking the Ohio River. I believe it's the KFC Yum Center on the right side of the screen. And the roadways, from what I can tell, look okay. Roads should stay okay. I have been looking outside the station here in downtown. There was some snow on the roadways. It's kind of in a limbo period where some of it's melting, some of it isn't. So just if you gotta be out, and again, I urge you not, take extra precautions and take things slower than you would. Let's take a look at the traffic situation again. And here's our traffic tracker. And I'm not surprised to see that there's quite a bit of yellow on there, especially on the eastern portion of the metro area. That's where the snow is the heaviest and has been the heaviest most recently. So continue to use caution if you have to be out on the roadways. Of course, I will have to be out on the roadways later this evening after the 11 o'clock newscast or 11:30 newscast or whenever we do go on after football. So I will also be heeding my own advice and taking it very, very slowly when traveling because, rushing is how accidents happen. You don't want I don't want that to happen. I know you don't want that to happen either. So, again, we are under a winter weather advisory right now, the northern half pretty much of Kentuckiana due to the snow that's falling. That'll end at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, Sunday morning Eastern, and the cold weather advisory will continue all day tomorrow into Monday morning. 10 o'clock Eastern is when that will expire, and it is going to go to that expiration time. I have no doubt in my mind that they're not going to just allow that to expire. It would not make any sense for them to cancel it. So because it is still going to be so cold. So I'm going to go over this one more time with Max HD Radar. I will also be taking questions if you're watching on Facebook. One, give me a follow, facebook.com/AustinEvansWX. You can just search Austin Evans and it should pop up. But I have someone that's going to feed me some questions if there are any, and I can answer those. We are still tracking that snow moving through Kentuckiana. Again, these are the counties that are under that winter weather advisory due to that snow. That'll go until 7 o'clock Eastern tomorrow morning. And I am being told that there are no questions as of yet. Thank you, CJ. Now, we are looking at that cold weather advisory now. Going into 10 o'clock a.m. Monday morning, and that is due to the dangerous cold that is going to be sticking around into Monday morning. So, dangerously cold temperatures. I know that we're getting we're getting redundant, but it's important. This is life critical type stuff. Drip your faucets, and that's financial critical. You don't want a busted pipe. That's very, very, very expensive. And check on your family. Check on your family members that are elderly. Check on your family members that are particularly vulnerable to these types of conditions. Make sure they're okay. Make sure that they're warm because this is life-threatening type cold. We're already down into the upper teens in southern Indiana. We might as well be here in Louisville down another degree as this stream started. We were at 24 degrees just a few minutes ago. Now we're down to 23. It's going to continue dropping quickly as that polar air mass pushes in to Kentuckiana, and feels like temperatures actually went up a degree in Louisville for whatever reason, but that's not going to matter. We are going to see single-digit feels like temperatures pretty much across Kentuckiana tonight into your Sunday morning, and we can take a look at Futurecast temperatures and feels like temperatures, where they are going to drop very quickly, very deeply into these single digits, and feels like temperature is going to drop to up to 14 below zero, probably even more than that at times. That's when hypothermia, frostbite can happen very, very quickly, especially at these with these wind chills. That's really what gets you. That's what can hurt you the most, is the wind chill, and of course prolonged exposure to the cold. If you have to go outside for any reason tomorrow, you got to wear layers, like layer up. It's very important. Cover as much of your skin as possible if you absolutely have to go outside. Again, I recommend you don't. Just stay home tomorrow. A lot of us, it's Sunday. You should be able to. I know a lot of you still have to get out in it. I do too. But, layer up, cover up as much skin as possible if you're going to be outside for anything longer than, from your car to the house, or your car to the grocery store, or your car to the bank, or whatever. You have to, it's Sunday, banks aren't open, but, if you got to be outside for longer than a quick walk, wherever that walk is, you want to cover up as much of your skin as possible, because that exposure is what leads to frostbite, is what leads to hypothermia, and that could be that is a life-threatening situation, especially hypothermia. So we don't want that. So if you can stay home tomorrow, do it. If you have to be out in it, cover up as much skin as you physically can, just to try to keep yourself warm. And again, give your vehicle a minute or two to get the fluids moving, to get the oil up into the engine block, into the pistons, get the transmission fluid moving through those gears, because usually modern cars, it's not that big of a deal if you don't sit and let it warm up, but it's good to let it warm up for 1 or 2 minutes. You don't need to sit and let it idle for 10 minutes. That's not necessary these days, but let them warm up for a good few minutes. Maybe, use that time. You're sitting in the car, use that time, pick out your playlist or something. And of course, don't change it while driving. Shouldn't be doing that. But use that time, pick out your playlist, pick out the podcast or the radio station you want to listen to. Let your car warm up. By Monday, we should start to warm up a little bit, near freezing, if not slightly above freezing. We'll really start to thaw out come Tuesday of next week. So, and by Thursday, we'll be in the mid-50s, it looks like, at least according to the data that I was seeing. Again, here's a live look at a Bachman Auto Group cameras. It's on top of the Galt House Hotel overlooking the Ohio River, and we got some roadways there. The roadways look okay. There's likely going to be some slick spots here and there, especially on bridges and overpasses. We can see some slick spots there. Just be careful if you are driving. Again, I am going to be on the roads later today. Here's a live look at the Hurstbourne Parkway from our Midway University camera. Again, all of our cameras are part of our Shriners Children's Hospital camera network. So this is a live look at the Hurstbourne, and everything appears to be moving smoothly. It's hard for me to see the details in the roadways, but it does look like there has been some snow accumulating on the roadways. So just continue to use caution. There's plenty of people out, surprisingly. So use that caution. Give yourself plenty of time to come to a complete stop. We're going to go now into the traffic tracker. And again, we're not seeing any accidents reported, and that's good. Hopefully that means people are using that caution and, maybe staying home. But you got to be careful when traveling if you have to in these conditions. And the visibility is quite low. So we are looking at that cold moving in. And again, this is a live look at Max HD radar. Still got some snow in portions of Kentuckiana. Now, let's dive back in to what we are seeing with the forecast. And again, Max HD radar right there. We're going to see that snow move out. Let's actually see what the latest data is suggesting here. And actually, and unfortunately, this is one of those things that our in-house model is pushing a lot of the snow out early. So let's take a look at this model. And this model, I believe, is the high-resolution rapid refresh model. This one has it a little bit better. And it actually holds on to some of that snow. I actually don't think it's going to dive quite that far south. It just doesn't appear to be doing that in the moment right now. It's got more of a southeasterly turn to it rather than, diving due south. But we're still going to see at least a little bit more snowfall as we head through the night. And now let's take a look at the rest of Futurecast. This is our in-house model again. We should see some sunshine tomorrow, but again, it's not going to be sunshine that you want to get out and enjoy. It's going to be way too cold for that, and you can see the temperatures right there. And I don't know about 17, guys. We're forecasting 15 for a reason. Going into Monday, again, it's going to be very, very cold to start off your Monday, but it will be sunny, and we should see those temperatures rise up to about freezing level, maybe a few degrees more. And let's dive into that 7-day forecast again tonight and all day tomorrow. Weather impact alert period due to the dangerously cold conditions that are moving into Kentuckiana right now. We'll be up near freezing on Monday, but we'll really start thawing out on Tuesday, and then even more so Wednesday and Thursday. We're actually tracking the potential for some rain moving in to Kentuckiana Wednesday night. Thursday is looking like a wet day, unfortunately. And then going into next weekend, it looks like we could see some rain chances as well. So that is the forecast. That's your update. Again, use caution when traveling. Here's that live look at the Hurstbourne once again from our Midway University camera. There is snow on the roadways, at least that I can see. Just use extreme caution when traveling. Here's another look at our traffic tracker. We got a lot of yellow up there, not a lot of red, but a lot of yellow up there, mainly on the eastern half of the metro area where the snow has been the heaviest compared to everywhere else. So use extreme caution if you absolutely have to be out on the roadways. And we are going to have, all this again. We're going to have the latest data, the latest information coming up after the football game tonight. Hopefully it's close to 11:30. It might be later than that. So if you want to tune in for the latest information on your Sunday, you can do so on WHAS 11. That is ABC, again, hopefully as close to 11:30 as physically possible. And we haven't received any questions on Facebook. Again, please give me a follow on Facebook, facebook.com/Austin Evans WX. And I would really, really appreciate that. I'm trying to expand my audience here in Kentuckiana. This is my home, and I am here to stay. So I'm really looking forward to continuing to expand my audience. So since there are no questions popping up, I'm going to end this live stream and dive into some more data on this evening and tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and try again to stay as warm as possible. And if you got to be out tomorrow, cover up as much of your skin as possible. Give your vehicle a minute or two to warm up before taking off. Use that time as it warms up to pick out your playlist or your podcast or your radio station or whatever you listen to while driving. And I'll see you at hopefully right around 11:30.